Sir, I'm seeing someone here do something foolish. They had a choice in front of them, and they chose not to take either option. Maybe they forgot, maybe they were under a lot of pressure. But what I see here is this. A person comes in, they try to have a conversation about healing. I have the star card here, and the response from the other person isn't just defensive. It's downright silly, if I'm honest. It looks as though they've been trying to use a negative mindset or a negative attitude, trying to handle something emotional with something that is not healthy. And the truth is, they don't have their emotions under control. They say they're going to go out to do something unwise, maybe even take on an activity that would flat out cause a betrayal. I hear someone saying, "You were going to do what?" And it takes a little time for that to sink in, for someone to digest what was just said. With the Five of Swords here, they're pointing at the Hierophant and saying, you know the right thing. And yet you're willing to do the wrong thing just because you're upset. This points to a deeper issue with this person's emotional mindset. And the longer they sit with it, the more they realize they never should have said anything in the first place, because now they're worried. What they exposed shows betrayal, even in the thinking of it. It's like someone saying, I'm upset, so I'm just going to go cheat on you. I'm upset, so I'll just go find another partner. Water moves, but it's in the saying of it, in that heated moment, that the damage is done. And now this person is freaking out. They're stressing. They're crossing their fingers, hoping the other person will say, of course I know you wouldn't do that. You were just upset. You didn't mean it. But here's the truth. Even in the thinking of it, even in the words spoken, they know it's a betrayal. Now, Cancer, the other person I'm looking at, the one who received the message, they're not saying anything. They're hiding their emotions, blocking themselves off, and giving it some time. They're also very busy, focused on getting their world in order. Their business mind is saying the smart thing to do is not to give this any attention right now. But emotionally, I hear them saying, I would never do that to the another person. Even though they said it to me, I would never do that to them. And the truth is, Cancer, they don't know. They don't know that you wouldn't cheat or that someone else wouldn't cheat. They don't know that someone wouldn't build a whole world behind their back. That insecurity is there. Their response carries almost a flippant tone, something like, if that's what you're going to do, then do it. If that's what works for you, then do it. If that's what you've got to do, then do it. But underneath, it's not flippant at all. It's deliberate. To me, it feels like this person is saying, whatever you do, I'm not going to react. I'm going to respond. It's almost like they're saying, try it and see what will happen. They're dead serious, Cancer. They've known exactly what would happen if someone tried, and they know because they have experience here with the King of Pentacles and the Emperor energy. Their work experience has taught them discipline with some kind of energy. And that, Cancer, is the Emperor card. Whatever you say, whatever you think, whatever you do, they're not going to react. They're going to respond. And that response scares the other person because they know it's not a joke. They know this person means it. I also see the Queen of Wands standing on the Hierophant. She's upright, the Hierophant is upright, and in her left hand she holds a flower. Her intuitive side knows what she can do through the proper channels. She also recognizes that this defensive attitude showing up is outside of someone's normal behavior. And that's why she rushes in to see if help is needed, if change is needed, if there's something she can do before the worst happens. When the other person makes this strange response, she knows there's a Six of Cups person involved. She knows where the pain is coming from to garner such words, and she hears pain and hurt, not intention. When the Queen of Wands steps in and engages, the question she is asking from the other is simple. Has something happened? That's what she wants to know. Has a tower moment occurred? Because she can see that the other person is not acting normally. She knows they're upset, maybe even grieving a loss. She's tried to come in with options. You could do this maybe, or you could do that. But however upset this person is, they're not handling it well. The only thing saving them right now is work. And the truth is, the person she's speaking to doesn't like any of the options she's suggesting. Sometimes people date or marry someone because they know that person will elevate their image in public. I've seen this with pilots and their wives. My own grandfather, though I never met him, was spoken of in this way, valuing the outward appearance of a partner because it advanced his life in certain circles. For some, it's about career. For others, it's about artistic pursuits. And so the concern becomes, I need to make sure I have a trophy wife or a trophy husband or a partner who makes me look the part for the life I'm pursuing. It's ambition, pure ambition. And it doesn't even have to be a spouse. It could be anything. It could be a dog. When I walk my dog in public, people will think better of me, think higher of me. But here's the truth, Cancer. This person's ego is getting punched hard because the other person in this situation, they're not committed to that idea at all. They don't care about appearances. They don't give a deadly dang about that part. Cancer, to me, it looks like the person on the other side is making themselves unavailable. It's almost as if they've said, look, I gave you your options. I gave you your choices. You didn't like anything I put in front of you, so I'm just going to go over here and tend to my life. And yes, they may look like they're not committed to you, but what I see is that this person refuses to stay in that old mindset. They're trying to remove self-neglect from their life. They're cleaning up their own lane. They've taken constructive criticism and they've chosen to stand up. It's like they're saying, I'm not going to keep eating stale old bread with you. I'm not going to stand on this line. I've already decided which line I'm on. And if something seems too hard for me, I don't care. I'll take the long way if I have to. I see this person running down the railroad tracks toward the mountains, and they'd rather scale the mountain themselves than stay stuck. And isn't it strange, Cancer? On the left, I see someone breaking down an egoic structure, wrestling with old belief systems in their head. On the right, I see someone saying, I'll take my isolation and stay busy fixing my life. Meanwhile, the one on the left is saying, I'll take my isolation and keep looking back at the past, at who did what, who failed me, who threw me into crisis. Why couldn't they be this for me? Why couldn't they be that? And yet, both of these people share the Ten of Pentacles upright. They could be in the same family. They could own something financially together. They may even share the same values at their core. But here's the difference. One party is using their isolation to break down their ego, while the other is using their isolation to build up their ego. And the card that sits between them says, you're hard to get. That's the energy here. Neither one can fully understand the other because of this one small but crucial difference in their value systems. One is saying, I can't understand how you can be so black and white. Just get up and walk away. And the other is saying, I can't understand how you can be so egoic and think that kind of lifestyle is sustainable. So Cancer, what I see here is that they're both not understanding each other. Let's pull another oracle card. Oh, look at this. The card that came out says, do it your way. And right behind it, in the reverse, is participate. The message is clear. Do it your way. You don't have to participate. Don't lose yourself in things you can't change. Focus on the things you can change. Your attitude, your mindset, your energy. You've already got everything you need. It also says, don't hide. Don't hide from the world. Pursue happiness, but allow each person to go toward whatever they need, whatever they want, even emotionally. Live and let live. Let's say one party is deeply connected to the other, saying, I love you. You're the person I want to be the parent of my child. You're everything I could use to help me get the dream I want. Well, the card literally says that if that person doesn't want to share that dream with you, then you need to emotionally let them go. You need to cut the tie. It's that all for one for all energy. If you want autonomy, if you want the right to make choices and decisions for your own world and your own life, and you expect others to respect your no when you say no, and respect your yes when you say yes, then the overall rule is this: if they don't want to join, they don't have to, and you must release. That's not easy, especially when desire is at the core. And I do see desire at the core of this reading. There is a huge longing here, but one party is not willing or not able to join in that desire. Now, if this is a long distance relationship, yes, those can work, but they require tremendous extra effort to keep the bond alive. You must find creative ways to nurture it. Otherwise, what we're really looking at here are two people who simply want different things. And the cards are asking both of them to stand in the same spot, acknowledge that truth, and allow the other person the freedom to do what they need to do. And then, Cancer, you're left with your choice to wait patiently or not to wait at all. That, Cancer, would mean letting them go. It is time to act. It's no longer time to sit around playing investigator, trying to dig up all the negative reasons why this person does or doesn't want something. The cards are saying this has gotten exhausting. Everybody needs to make their choice, and then everybody needs to respect that choice. And if you are able, you must all still stand in the same space together and be okay. Now, asking a water sign to do that is hard, because when emotions kick in, the water starts sloshing all over the bowl. But autonomy, having the right to your own choices, that's what this is about. Again, I see the Ten of Pentacles upright on one side and the Ten of Pentacles upright on the other. That tells me these two people are in the same family, the same workplace, or attached in some way. And what is given to the goose must be given to the gander. Acceptance, a very hard thing to do. I've been in situations like this myself. On one side, I see someone trying to use prayer, incense, even perfume, maybe pheromone perfume, who knows. On the other side, I see someone holding the card that says, whatever you wish, whatever you wish. I'm not going to debate, whatever you wish. And the message is this: when you lessen the importance of problems and suffering, life swings back into balance. Stop the struggle, feel peace. The world responds to you, no debate. You don't need to do anything to be more worthy. You are valuable regardless of your circumstances. You always have been, you always will be. It's not up for debate. Now, let me pull a love card for you, Cancer. The first card is reconciliation. The next is change and healing, and then crossroads. Oh yes, another repeat of what I've been seeing here. I love all of you, and I do hope this reading has helped. Please don't forget that Heather and I have our Patreon channels. I was even able to find my Pluto series again, which is exciting. We're formatting it now for the Woke.Ones.Revolution Patreon channel. And the calendar is open, so if you need a reading with us, we're here. We love you guys. Bye.